Might need more water. No, I think we'll be okay.
But we gotta
Just
soak it.
But just squeeze some out. Like when you get some, squeeze it out.
Oh, this is so wet. This is so wet.
Every time the microphone, just here, let's put it there.
Okay.
Dry.
He's on a life raft. Try not to put any more like on their head and belly because that's like totally full. Let's try to connect all the limbs again. Then we can do the squeezing him shut. I'm like petting it like shh, it's okay, it'll all be over soon.
No, it won't. Now they're gonna go tumble in the dryer and get drowned.
It's so weird to be wiping up wet water, like cold wet off the table, and then just whatever I wiped it up with, I like use it. It's like once you use a towel, it's like okay.
I ain't gonna use that anymore.
So what I think we're gonna do
is
is
put the back on and use the clips.
let's do the checklist.
Arms, legs. Ah!
Checklist. Are arms, legs, and head attached with lots of fluff? Yes. Have you used all of your white fluff? Yes, and the pink one. Is it really soapy and wet? Yes.
I think
Is
that's
it in
not
French?
that's not a yes. That's a definite.
Yeah, it's like
Ew! No, it looks so
Okay.
lumpy.
push clips into form, put the back on filled forms. Okay, so what we're gonna do for this is we're gonna get a towel and put it under this because it's about to explode with water the second we put a clip on. So we'll be back. Okay, can you lift it up? Hurry him. Okay, so we have this lovely Lightning McQueen towel to protect the work surface, which we probably should have put down at first, but
It should have
So-
said that in the instructions, and then we would have done
it
it.
did. It said protect your work surface, and I was like, I don't need to do that, French people. So here's the clips. I'm just gonna dump them all out over here.
I mean, I guess I don't really have to poke the holes out, because...
Yeah, they'll probably poke them themselves. Okay. Ask an adult for help. Okay, I'm here.
Beck, I need you help. Oh no! I closed it.
Oh, kitty. I can get it. And then we'll do the ones on the neck. Please. Please. Do what you are designed to do. Okay, it's in. So if I put this through that, and then let's do this. This is a very hairy situation. Okay. And I clip it. Like that. Okay, that's in. Also, the cat came in, so if you hear cat noise, that's why.
This part of the neck? Yeah, you're right. It's already like exploding out of the...
I would put it so that the nipple part is up,
Okay.
so you can see it when it comes.
Well, I'm gonna focus. Oh my god.
What?
It's like so heavy. The head is like...
He said, hey, no fat shaming on this channel.
I'm not! Beautiful. This feels like... It seems like something you'd get for like a sweet kid who's like, oh, I want to make my own crafts and I want it to be a stuffed animal. But in reality, it's like, you would get this for that kid that like turns out to be a killer.
What?
Like kids that like do like torturous stuff.
It is kind of like putting it in a straitjacket.
Yeah, cause like...
But it's for its own good. So we can, become a cat in the washing machine.
Ooh!
Get it on with full attention. Oh, this thing leaked.
Are we supposed to take these out?
That's just so it can like leak out the water. So I think we're fine. Are we supposed to cut it off of here after or remove all these little things?
I don't know.
Are we gonna have extras?
Oh, this one broke. That's probably why.
I don't know that a 3-year-old has the
This-
hand-eye
it does-
coordination for this.
It does say ask an adult for help, so we'll give them that.
I need help.
Oh, I stand corrected. They give you 1 extra.
You
So,
sure?
Like, oh.
You sure? We have two spots left. Your spot that you're working on and the one I'm working on.
Well, yeah, but
Good. Okay. Is that it?
I want to squeeze it so bad. So that the water gets
Is this
out.
what like pimple popping people
Ew.
watch?
Somehow this is grosser than that.
It's clean. Okay, what's next?
Wash 2 times on hot cycle. Dry on hot cycle. You can dry with a load of laundry. Wash your fuzzies with dark colors.
Okay, but
Why?
wait, fast forward a second. It says remove clips as if you're gonna reuse this. I'm probably gonna just cut it open because I don't have time for that.
And you also don't have, like...
We don't have a tool to open it, so it would be just my hands, which...
3-year-old could not
Yeah,
do that.
if-
It's funny how they say to get an adult to help you put it on, but not to take it off.
If this
3-year-old, you're on your
molds-
own. Oh no.
If this mold can hold up to being in the washing machine with just these clips, then I'm pretty sure my hands are not going to be able to get these off. So, yeah. Let's put him...
Especially because, I mean, like... Especially because you had trouble, like, taking it off when I had put it together with not on the thing.
So you get 4 extras.
See, I don't get why they need all these holes, though, because the sides, they're like...
Yeah, the sides are open.
except
water
for where the
could come
clip
out.
is. Like, I think the clip, if it does hold together, that they're in good places to hold it together, but I feel like it doesn't really need it.
Okay, time to wash him.
Wash that boy.
Hello, we're back. That's an unrelated necklace. So, we took all the clips off and cut all the extra fuzz off of this creature because we already filmed this part, but I deleted it because I keep doing that on accident. But we're gonna show you anyway, and then we're gonna go over our review of the kid. So first we have to birth him, and that's the back. That's the front. It's like when you flip over a baking tin. Okay, so here's our friend. He lost a stripe. We think it's in the wash or attached to a piece of clothing somewhere. And we went around and trimmed him. And it's kind of rough around the edges. His hand is kind of falling apart, but I can fix this with a needle felting needle. But yeah, other people who buy this kit might not be able to do that because they A, don't have the supplies, or B, aren't willing to buy it for this. But yeah, so just a little recap. This was on clearance. My mom got it for like $3. I don't know the actual price of what it is. It would probably be about $10 or more, but I wouldn't recommend buying it at that price for these reasons. Take it away, Grace.
Okay, so me personally, I gave it like a 4 out of 5 because,
You mean out of 10?
yeah, I mean,
She gave it a 4 and I gave it a 5.
yeah, out of 10, not 5. But we feel like it's kind of too difficult for kids, and the instructions don't really help because they're not very, like, perceptive.
They're not specific enough, but at the same time, they repeat themselves often. So if you don't understand one step, then that messes up all the other ones.
And, also, there are certain parts of it that just fall apart
Yeah,
for no reason.
I think it was because of the washing machine. It just said put it in the washing machine with a load of laundry. So So that's what we did, and we did it twice, like the instructions said, and it's still kind of like falling apart. So I'm not sure if the washing machine is just too rough of a method to do that, or what.
I mean,
But
technically, the cycle that you chose could have affected it.
it's
But
like
it
hot
shouldn't.
water. So I put hot water for 2 cycles, and then we dried it twice.
And I feel like it shouldn't, because like if a kid did it and their parent wasn't helping for all of it, they would probably be like, oh, I know how to start the washing machine. They'd go over and just put it on any random cycle. They wouldn't be like, oh, this cycle has this water, so I'm gonna use
that
this
has
one.
room for error, and the problem with that is that if it is a young child, if their stuffed animal comes out like this, they might cry or not like crafting because of that.
Yes, sad boy.
We also said that this was fairly small, like as you can see the size of my hand. I do have small hands. Let me see if I can find something that you can relate it to. Here's the hand soap we used. That's how tall it is compared to the hand soap, so it isn't very large.
It's not like
it's
huggable.
Small. It is not a huggable size. Actually, I can go get a Build-A-Bear. So this is my Build-A-Bear, and you can see he's huge compared to this. And I know kids are smaller, so they have smaller hugging apparatuses, apparati, or whatever. But yeah, this is like a 18-inch bear from Build-A-Bear, and it's way bigger than this. Which is, it's fine because you're not making it, but there's room, it could be a little bit bigger, and they could have made the shape simpler to account for that.
And also, something that you said in the last one was because the main result is so small, they could have made it a kit with different colors and multiple projects instead of just one, because if the one gets messed up, you spent $10 on a project that the kid didn't have fun making because it was too complicated or they didn't understand it, and then if it got messed up, they don't have an end result that they like. But if you give them like multiple chances to learn it, they can have a learning curve. And if they mess up on the first like animal or something, then they know what to do for the next one so that they can do the one they like well.
Yeah.
You know, that's like, what the heck?
So yeah, the other thing is that washing machines take a lot of time and water. So
Yeah.
I've only ever used 2 washing machines, the one at my house and the one at my school. And the one at school, washing takes half an hour. The one at my house, washing takes 45 minutes.
Depending on the cycle.
And then
again.
both dryers take like an hour. So it's not like the quickest process, which isn't good when you're a child and you want to play with the thing you made. You have to sit there and just watch it in the washing machine going around. But the other thing is, we know this is targeted towards kids because it says have an adult help you on the box and like in the instructions, but it wouldn't even be fun for an adult who wants to try this craft because it's like blind sort of. You can't really see what you're doing when you're making it. Like the closest you get is the ridges and then the holes for the face.
But even us, like, we tried to keep it in the certain spots that were indicated, and it still moved.
Shifted out because it was in the washing machine, which again, it might have been too rough to actually felt it correctly.
Something else that we suggested was that they could, like, have an adult help with needle felting, maybe have the main body part, the whole white part be, like, put it in the washing machine, and then the stripes, they have them pre-made as stripes, and you felt it on. Because if they say like, oh, ask a parent to get a needle from your house and just use that, then that would still work and it would be more effective and accurate.
They would have to supply the needle because it is a special needle with like barbs on it.
I didn't
But
know that.
basically what she's saying is have the base be more simple, and then you just put the white stuff in and put in the washing machine, and then you needle felt the color on, and that way it could be more precise because we were precise
you could also,
and it still shifted.
You could also customize it more because if you want, what if you want pink spots? What if you don't want pink stripes? You know?
It allows for more creativity in that way. And the other thing is, they gave us a lot of pink, so much so that we put it on the inside as well.
They literally gave us the same amount of pink that they gave us of
but
white.
they only tell you to use all of the white, so we were like, okay, well, let's just put the rest of the pink inside. But if they were able to give that much pink, they should have considered giving like a pink and a yellow or a pink and a green, and that way you could choose which one you want on the outside or put multiple colors on it. That could be like more.
Or I know you said there
creative.
was another kit where it was like a gray one. I feel like maybe, and I know this is also kind of spendy, but they could have had separate packs for like buying the fluff to go with like like all the stuff for the kit, and then the fluff that comes separately with the colors that you want. Or I don't know,
Yeah.
maybe just make all of them have a different color and make sure the box lists that.
So our suggestion is just get needle felting supplies.
Yeah.
And our suggestions for the actual company that made this would be just to like either make the mold so it closes all the way around, because you didn't get to see this because I deleted the video on accident, but there was like 3 times as much fluff as this, and it was all like sticking off of the edges here.
Which is
Because
understandable, but
there was gaps in the mold that I was able to come out of. But if this
Yeah.
was,
Like
maybe if you had to
plastic.
sew this shut, that would help, and you could also teach them how to sew.
they say no sew, like sewing is really hard, but basic
It's
sewing
not.
is not that hard. Like
You
obviously,
could do a whip stitch around here.
obviously
If there
like
were
a
more
little kid
holes.
sitting at a sewing machine who's never done it before would be like, what do I
Well,
do?
even
But
if it was
it's
hand
just
sewing.
hand sewing is
Hand
not
sewing,
that
you could
hard.
just add more holes here, go around it once.
Yeah,
and, wash
and
it.
especially because they put holes, they know that could be a way that they show them how to do it. Because if sewing, the hardest part is like actually poking the hole in the right spot, then
Yeah.
just put the holes that just pull, like, it's kind of like tying a shoe. Like a kid is probably gonna know how to tie their shoe by like age 8. So
I personally think it should have just been a needle felting kit
yeah,
and give it like the age range like 8 or 10 plus,
Yeah.
so that it's not like little children. So, or it could be a sewing kit, and it could even be like a really simple sewing kit where it's like flat pieces that you whip stitch around the edges. Not everything has to be a fully finished professional looking thing, especially if you're learning. But I feel like this had too much of a learning curve to be one big project that is actually
and it
very
also
small.
has too much. It's too much up to chance and variable. Like it could.
Yeah,
Because
like
we could
didn't-
have had the stripe stay in the same spot, but it didn't, and we don't know why, because a washing machine doesn't have the same precision that you would if you had
if
it
you
like
were
a needle
felting, you
felting.
can see where you're putting it. So yeah, that's our review in our process of doing this. Hopefully you liked it.
Don't
And
buy this kit.
Yeah, we don't recommend buying this even on clearance unless you're buying it for the felt, like the wool.
Because
But
they give you a fair amount, as
they
you
give
can
you
see.
a lot. I would
You
just
could even do
chuck
like
this and
yeah.
then make your own cat with that.
yeah, you could, because you could use like all these little bits and stuff.
So yeah.
You could literally make like a little puff ball and then give it like tiny triangle ears, and it has gigantic eyes and a gigantic little nose with
Okay.
whiskers.
So, to wrap this up, we rated it together a 4.5 out of 10. It was a good, like, it's nice to see that they are introducing felting to children, but overall it just didn't line up with a child's skill set. And even as, like, capable adults, we weren't able to do it. So.
I feel like they tried to take into account like the kid aspect of it, but because of that they were just like, just make it not with a needle, and
Yeah.
like then we're good, and that's not all they needed to consider.
Yeah. So that was our review. If you liked it, you can give us a thumbs up. If you're here from part 1, leave us a comment that said you watched both parts, I guess. And let us know what colors you would want if it came with 2 colors.
Or what animals you'd want.
I would want like light pink and light blue, so it could be a trans one.
Ooh.
Or like a rainbow for pride.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to subscribe to my channel, the button is right here. And if you want to watch some other videos, you can click here or here. And I'll see you next time. Bye!